And here we are, Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Faron Dice Masters Gravity Feed. In the Dice Masters world, these are the equivalent of a booster box for Magic the Gathering. All of my Magic the Gathering heads out there know I have been beating this drum pretty hard. Dice Masters came out with a license agreement with Wizards of the Coast. Dungeons & Dragons, quite frankly, this is probably as close as we're going to get to a Magic the Gathering Dice Masters crossover, in my opinion. It's pretty close. We got dragons, we got dragon bone things, we got kobolds, we got wizards and warriors. Close enough. So what you get in the Battle for Faron Booster Gravity Feed box, you're getting 90 individual packs. This is a retail display, and these contain 2 cards and 2 dice. Basically, each card inside this pack has a matching die for it. And yeah, so pretty much I have opened a lot of packages of Dice Masters for the channel, and I just wanted to kind of share the Gravity Feed booster box experience. So let's just go ahead and zoom back in here. What we'll do for today for cracking packs, kind of get situated, adjust the camera. We're gonna crack 20 packs. Back in the day, this is the equivalent of $20, and I'm going to assemble the best team I can, just to kind of illustrate how cool Dice Masters is, and for 20 bucks, out of the box, you can put together some pretty cool stuff. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 booster packs, the equivalent of $20. I'm probably gonna keep this on the shelf because I think this is a really cool conversation piece to keep on the bookshelf. Keep some loose booster packs, a whole bunch left. Can do some drafting with the friends and the such. But yeah, so basically Dungeons & Dragons, cool IP, very excited to see what we get here. And one of the bigger things for this set was actually the dragons, fire breathing, some really cool removal built into those cards, and quite frankly, an awesome set. Now going back to the Gravity Feed Dice Masters, it's kind of bittersweet. These retail, I think MSRP whenever a new set came out, about 80 bucks, 90 bucks, give or take, on your local game store. Now, bittersweet, like I said, officially as of now, I think they are going to discontinue the booster pack distribution. I believe they're still going to support it, WizKids, and they're going to turn it into a living card game instead. So the booster boxes and the Gravity Feeds are no more. That's the bad news. The good news is you can get them pretty cheap. I mean, monetarily speaking, there's not a lot of value. There's about 2 ultra rare red striped cards per Gravity Feed, and those might, you know, get 20 bucks a card. Maybe you might get a good rare for 5 to 10. That being said, what you are purchasing is gameplay, and for my money, amazing gameplay. So these are our 20 packs. I'll kind of keep this in here for the frame, and let's just kind of see what we get here. So when you assemble your team, actually I'll leave it in the description. There's a how to play Dice Masters video for the channel. Go ahead and check that out. That'll teach you how to play. And then yeah, you basically have creature cards. Real quick overview, you have your fielding cost. Upper right hand corner is attack power. Lower right hand corner is the defense, power, toughness, Magic the Gathering, and depending on which face you roll that die, level 1, 2, 3 potentially get stronger, and these are mana to buy more die. So that's kind of how that works. Half dragon, paragon, humanoid. So as far as your typical capes and cowls of Dice Masters go, it's just really cool seeing just new IP and just different stuff. And for my money, the card frames compared to Marvel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just much cleaner, good stuff. Now, what you'll see right off the bat is, unfortunately, one of the reasons why this game didn't do too hot long term is the distribution method for the packs. You're getting kind of shoved in these the Gravity Feed. It's not really ideal, and eventually over time, you know, you got some kind of bent cards there. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to throw those in penny sleeves, put them in a pack of Ultra Pro top loader, and they smooth right out. So we have a Drow Assassin, Greater Humanoid, and a Magic Helmet. Another cool thing with the set, kind of on theme with Wizards of the Coast and you know, their kind of stuff, equipment. So you equip this die to a character, it gets a little bit better. So that's commons, gray, green is uncommon, yellow is rare, red is ultra rare. So we got some cool die, 2 packs down. Let's go a little bit quicker now since I gave you the overview. Has anybody ever played Dice Masters? Let me know in the comments. I know I have a few loyal diehard Dice Masters fans out there, people who check out the channel, and you know, I really enjoyed the game. Actually had a good chance to get this back out a couple weeks ago, and it still plays very well. Elf Wizard, experience counters, interesting. When fielded, action dice cost 1 less to purchase. Pretty cool art. Beholder. When fielded, move all action die from your used pile to your prep area, including those used this turn. So just really cool visual, different stuff. Let's check out these die too. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I mean, come on, guys. Awesome die. And depending how you roll that bad boy, that's a 5 attack, 4 toughness creature. So with benefits. That's how that works. So yeah, cool, pretty cool. Kind of gotta say, loving the artwork, loving the frames. Dice Masters, kind of rest in peace. Kind of sad to say. Oh, here we go. There we go. Red, ultra rare, Mind Flayer. Let's see what this does. When fielded, capture an opposing non-face mask character. This capture lasts until Mind Flayer leaves the battlefield. Ooh, so okay, just, you know, good removal built in, stays removed. Kind of got some dings. Not bad, 3/7 body. So the toughness, it will stay on the field for a very long time. Cool card. Might make the cut. Like I said, eBay is a good place to go. Some of the original early sets you can probably get. I think I got sidetracked actually. You can pick these up. I got this for like 35 bucks. They're not making them anymore. There's not a lot of monetary value, and you can get a Gravity Feed booster box for like 30, 40 bucks on some of the earlier sets. Some of the ones released in the last year or so, maybe like closer to 60. Great value still. Frost Giant. Paragon Elemental for 6 cost. It's got an 8 attack, 5 defense at level 3. Pretty strong body. When Frost Giant attacks, after blockers are assigned, remove 1 blocker from the attack zone. Interesting. Very cool. Rare. 2 rares. We got some uncommons. And that Frost Giant die is pretty sweet. Gonna check out the beard. You can kind of see the Viking helmet. Hard to pick up, but it's got like this duotone, blue and white kind of pattern in the die itself. Very cool. Beautiful stuff. Keep it moving. So yeah, channel's going strong, guys. Thank you for stopping by. A lot more stuff coming up. Very excited to announce early plans for the next Hate and Salt Pauper League installment. It's on the horizon. We're filming it, planning it, and it should be up past November, December. We'll have a whole bunch of videos for that. Fun series. A lot of hate, a lot of salt, but it's mostly about friendship. Tune in. Manticore. Pretty cool art, very Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering-esque. When active, deal 1 damage to each opposing character immediately after it is fielded. Awesome. So basically this is just built-in removal on common level. I feel like that's a pretty strong ability. Other 1/1 characters that get fielded basically get removed right away, so that's super strong. Very cool card. Vampire. 5 cost, feels expensive, 2/6 body on level 3, not the best. What does it do? Has energy drain. When assigned to attack, you may choose to force 1 monster or all adventurers to block a vampire, and then the energy drain, you spin it down 1 level. Not bad. Already seeing the extreme bowing and effect here, kind of keeping these cards spinning. But yeah, Dice Masters, probably going to do a few more Dice Masters videos, a couple more casual brew videos in the works, a lot more for Magic the Gathering on the horizon. Now this is where it's at for me. Copper Dragon, Breath Weapon, 1, awesome. Pay 1 to deal 1 damage to your opponent and all of his creatures. Just mass damage removal in 1 effect. It's been a while, I don't do competitive. I think that stacks, so I think you can do that multiple times. That's pretty sweet. If active at the end of your turn, reroll all gear equipped to opposing characters that took damage. If the results is an energy face, you put that into the use pile and basically just remove equipment. Super strong, big body, 4/8. However, there's no flying in Dice Masters. However, so for the Vorthos out there, I feel like this it would be a good keyword ability for that. But good card. Wow, Copper Dragon, super strong, super dope. And Halfling Thief. I like that's very Magic the Gathering. Okay, the battery's about to die. I'm going to take a quick pause, charge the battery, and we'll be right back. Battery issue fixed. Thank you for your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on. Looks like we got about 12 or so left. I'm going to go ahead and speed this along. And yeah, so Dice Masters, we are back in, back in action. Let's fix the focus points. Owlbear. All right, what's going on here? What are we doing here? Auto. Okay. For reals. Alright. Autofocus is back. We are back. For reals. And back in action. Alright. Owlbear. Greater Beast. Visually, that's very Wizards of the Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a Owlbear. Little pricey for 5. When fielded, knock out an adventurer. That's kind of like a creature type in the game. A type of creature is adventure. Human, soldier, that kind of thing. Big body, 5/6 at level 3. Comes out at a 2/4. Not bad, not bad. Another half dragon, humanoid, lesser humanoid. Pretty cool looking card. Cool artwork there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it moving. Good looking die. Good looking die. I like this little Cthulhu Mind Flayer looking guy. Probably one of my favorites so far. About 10 or so left. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, so for 35 bucks, you're looking at 90 packs. You're looking at a lot of value. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be a dragon. What is that? What is that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Tara-esque. Unfamiliar with the Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons universe, so excuse the butchering of the names. Greater Aberration, regenerates, reroll when knocked out, awesome ability, 9/7 at level 3, wow, awesome. At level 1 he's a 6/3, this costs 8 to get out, very expensive. Does have global, choose an attacking character, it goes to the use pile if knocked out this turn. Drow Assassin, very cool. Sweet cards, loving the artwork. Dungeons and Dragons, Battle for Faron. I think there's a Return to Faron, there's like a second Faron set, and then I believe there's a third Dungeons and Dragons Dice Masters set. So look out for those. Prismatic Spray. Seems like a sorcery type one-time use. All characters are treated as if they had 1 attack, 1 defense until the end of turn. Fielding costs remain unchanged. So pretty cool. You roll this on your turn, and it's just like a sorcery effect. Dwarf Cleric. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good looking die. Keep it rolling. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Does anybody play out there? I've been doing the Magic the Gathering, very hardcore. I do have a couple friends that partake in Dungeons and Dragons, and it seems like people who play really, really like it and love it. A little afraid of the time sink, but I think I might give it a shot. Seems pretty fun. Treant, kind of a weird pronunciation there. Awesome artwork. While active, good characters that are blocking ignore damage from evil characters. Big body, 5/8, level 3. While active, good characters are blocking, yeah, read that already, and pay 1 shield. Prevent the next 2 damage that you, the player, take from an ability or action die this turn. Pretty sweet. Another Mind Flayer. So we get the full 4 die for that, but that's a dupe. A couple rares, couple good cards. I'm seeing so far as strategy goes, I think I got a really good Evil Dart cards. That might be the way to go. I don't know if Treant will go into the squad, but only time will tell. Another Beholder, great artwork, very tried and true of Dungeons and Dragons. Another Elf Wizard, 2 commons. Kind of disappointing in that regard. That being said, let's keep it moving. What will we get? Now I think there's only going to be 1 ultra rare per pack. Gravity Feed, I think we already got it. There might be 2. Unicorn, when fielded, if an opposing evil character is in the field, you may field good characters for free this turn. And a lesser elemental Invisible Stalker. Okay, interesting. Not too shabby. A couple packs left. What do we got? 7 packs left. I mean, come on guys, lots of value. Bang for your buck. Dice Masters, in my opinion, is still worth visiting. Skeleton Warrior, Greater Undead. Adventurers deal 2 less damage to this character. Not bad. Level 1's a 2/1, 3/2, 3/3 for a 3-cost creature. Not bad. Sturge cannot be blocked by characters with purchase costs 3 or higher. Kind of a little unblockable nuisance, little skulk action going on. It's for 2. Not bad. The 1 on the toughness, not ideal, but that artwork is pretty sweet. Looks pretty cool. And look at that bounce. Not what you want to see in your trading cards, unfortunately. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Hit the brakes, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we got another Beholder there. Love those die. Got another common Beholder. And a Half-Orc Fighter. It's an uncommon experience. Once per turn, gain 1 attack, 1 defense token when you knock out a monster. I'm assuming those are like counters, and they stay. Kind of unfamiliar with the set, but pretty cool. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. Final stretch. Looking forward to maybe breaking, like I said, a few more of those. That's interesting. Hair inside the booster box, booster box out of the pull. Very weird. Kind of gross. Mummy card, uncommon, green. Energy drain, not bad. Cool looking die. Another Manticore. Mummy die, looking pretty sweet. The color is kind of boring. White, black, but the silhouette, very identifiable, very cool. Awesome. Final four. Don't know how much more I'm going to go into, diving into different Dice Master sets. Kind of a completionist. I kind of bought into about 7 or 8 different sets. I might just try to complete those and call it a day. Just for storage reasons, it's kind of a pain to kind of keep the cards and the dice together, but see what happens. Play it by ear. Unicorn, Paragon, Beast. While active, your other good characters get 2 attack, 2 defense. Little anthem effect there. Halfling Thief, pretty cool artwork, experience. Once per turn, gain 1 attack, 1 defense token when you knock out a monster. When 1 or more Halfling Thief die are assigned to attack, you may move up to 2 of your opponent's die from his used area to his bag. Pretty interesting interaction there. So out of 20 packs, not too bad in the rare department. 4 rares. As of right now, the filming of the video, I don't know how much value, maybe about $1 to $2 each. I want to say for that Mind Flayer, maybe 5 to 10. I don't know. It's kind of wishful thinking. Ooh, okay. Limited Wish. Choose any unpurchased die, yours from the basic action cards, and roll it. If you roll a non-energy die face, place that die into your used pile. Okay. Interesting, just a way to kind of continuously cheat out purchasing cost of die. A little expensive, kind of a long game strategy. I don't know about that one. Dwarf Cleric, uncommon. This character takes no damage from undead monsters. So right here, I'm unfamiliar with the Dungeons and Dragons symbols and what they kind of mean, but you see these 2 little factions. Those account for things. So in this set, look to those symbols and they will lead you to where you need to be. All right, winding down here. I'm gonna keep this kind of a semi-short video. 2 packs left. What do we got? Owlbear. Pretty sweet. I mean, uncommon. I've mentioned it many times. That die is pretty sweet. And an Orc. 2-drop, 2/2 for 2. A bear for the Magic the Gathering players out there. Good value, right? At level 1. Level 2, it's a 3/2. Level 3, it's a 3 attack, 3 defense creature for 2 purchase cost. I want to say it's a very versatile, it's a good card to get out early. Very just useful, cheap, good card. And last pack on camera for this edition of Dice Masters Kraken Packs. What do we got? Anything to add to the team? Okay, we got a tree and we got a... Wow. Severe, unfortunate bending on that. Might be one of the reasons why this might be a dead game, is just for the diehards, that's kind of unacceptable. Jeez. Treant, Lesser Beast, we read it before. And another Mind Flayer, uncommon version. Not bad. When fielded, choose an energy type, canceling all previous choices. Creature of that energy type cost you, your opponent 2 more to field while the Mind Flayer is active. This effect lasts until you field another Mind Flayer. Kind of stacks with itself, so not bad. So as you can see, like, as far as the breakdowns go, you're getting a lot of commons, a lot of uncommons, right? Very on theme. A couple rares, and we hit 1 Mind Flayer. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. We're going to sleeve some of these bad boys up, and we're gonna assemble an 8-man team right now. So here is the team we settled on. Very thematic. Went for the ragtag team of bad dudes. A lot of evil. Vorthos theme going on here. So, as far as our mana curve goes, energy curve in this instance of Dice Masters, we got the Half-Orc Fighter beginning our curve. It's a 3-drop. What does this card do? Experience. Once per turn, you gain 1 attack, 1 defense token whenever you knock out a monster. I got a lot of big beef on the higher end of the scale, so a lot of creatures will be dying. When active, gear die costs 2 less to purchase. The equipment card didn't really do too much for the strategy for these 20 packs I broke, so decided just to kind of run this anyways for 3 fielding cost. pretty decent body, gets up to a 3/3 with some experience benefits. It gets bigger long term. That's the 2-drop there. Skeleton Warrior, Greater Undead. Would have been cool if I could have ran more than one, but for a 3-drop, adventures deal 2 less damage to this character. So in this meta, ideally we would be facing a good adventurer kind of Paragon deck. In that instance, this card is super good. 3/3 attack, level 3 at level 1, 0, 2, 1. Pretty good stuff there. Continuing on our curve for our 4-drop, it is a Drow Assassin, Greater Humanoid, cannot be blocked by adventurers. You're kind of sensing a theme here. If Drow Assassin damages an opponent, you may knock out an adventurer. So some built-in removal when this, when adventurers die. We're, getting 1/1 counters on our half-orc fighter. Pretty sweet stuff there. Manticore, our 4-drop. Big beefy body, 4/5 level 3. Even at a level 1, good blocker. 1 attack, 4 toughness. While active, deal 1 damage to each opposing character immediately after it's fielded. Super sweet, some good removal built in as well. Continuously buffing up our half-orc fighters in that regard. Definitely played the rare for the 20 packs. Mind Flayer, awesome artwork. When fielded, capture an opposing non-face mask character, so that's applicable to a lot of different strategies. That means in this symbol, it costs 5. This instance costs 1 face mask, so this would be a face mask character. So it's not necessarily tied to allegiances, good, evil. All these types of factions have face mask characters, so it's a very applicable keyword ability. You're going to be removing lots of stuff. Very awesome. I got 3 copies of this. Super sweet. Kind of one of the benefits too. So you get the ultra rare card in Dice Masters. Every instance of the card, the text is different, however the die is the same. However, in the 20 packs that we did break, I pulled 3 copies of Mind Flayer, so we can get 3 bodies of that card text. Super sweet, kind of a cool workaround of having, 4 copies of the ultra rare. You just need 1, and then you have your die. For our 5-drop Half Dragon, this card is awesome. While active, dragons cost you 2 less to purchase to a minimum of 1. Unfortunately, we only got 1 dragon, the Copper Dragon. Definitely want to play it. When this card is out, it costs 2 less to cast. That's pretty awesome. Also, when active, you field a dragon, you may purchase an additional action die for 3 less. You get the action dies in the cards inside the starter decks. In the booster packs, we did not open any, so in this instance, there are no action cards. Those are shared between players, so if someone brings an action card to the table, you can purchase one when you field a dragon for 3 less. Pretty sweet. Going back to the Copper Dragon, once we get our Half Dragon dude out, this costs 2 less, so for 3, we're getting a Breath Weapon, which is awesome. Breath Weapon 1, pay 1, deal 1 damage to your opponent and all of his creatures. That stacks, as far as I know. Let me know in the comments. There's not a rich archive of information like Magic the Gathering out there, so I don't know if that is stackable. Can you pay 5 and then deal 5 damage and $5 creatures? That would be insane. Copper Dragon got included anyway. If active at the end of your turn, reroll all gear equipped to opposing character dies that took damage this turn. If the result is energy face, basically take the energy, facing equipment and put it in their use pile. Get it out of here. Good stuff. Great card. And for the 8-drop, kind of the bomb, very awesome card, the uncommon version of Terra-esque, Greater Aberration. This card is absolutely nasty looking. Regenerate, so once you get it out, if it gets knocked out, you re-roll it, and potentially if it lands on a 50-50 chance of a face, it stays on the battlefield. So this is going to get very hard to get rid of. When this knocks out, knock out all adventurers. So we got a lot of adventurer knocking out synergy in this deck without combat damage. So those are dying. We're getting our half-orc bigger and bigger and bigger. This has a global ability, 1 shield. Choose an attacking character die. It goes to the use pile if knocked out this turn. Kind of fun, kind of dirtily. So just as a great example for at the time, $20 worth of product, a synergistic, fun team build that you can get just for like 20 bucks. Now, I think these are on, flash clearance sales. I think booster packs are like 40 cents. So for about $10 to $8 worth of product, you can kind of duplicate this, or just go buy a booster box for 35 bucks. Awesome stuff. Can't recommend Dice Masters enough. I love the damn game, as you can tell. We're going to still support it. Stay tuned for some Pauper League. Hate and Salt Pauper League's coming up. We got some very fun videos coming in that regard. More board game stuff. A couple other crack and pack videos. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Hit like, hit subscribe, maybe tell a friend, and I will catch you on the next Crack and Packs.